So that's fun. Just to let you know, this is a different leg and arm that you'll see me paint today than that you saw me paint the other day. Again, I'm not going to paint both arms and legs with you simply because it's exactly the same. I'm going to use a smaller one. And all you're doing is like repeating the same process of just going over the creases. So you don't need to watch me do the whole thing. I mean, unless you really want to, and then I'd probably do 2 videos just because it would take so long to do. I don't want to make the videos too long for you guys, so. But yeah, it's our summer right now, at least today. My oldest actually just got back from camp and now she's out working at the farm. So she had a week off where she got to be a kid. Well, she's still being a kid at the farm, just being a kid with chores. Which is nice because we don't live on a farm. We live in an apartment complex, so farm animals are not something we have the luxury of having. So the fact that he allows, young people to come on and see the farm life is really cool. A life when I was young I really wanted to have, but it didn't work out that way, which is fine. I'm not sure how much I'd actually like it. Because it's a lot of work. But it's also good work. A lot of farmers live long, healthy lives because they're up and going all the time versus city folk. I'm not really in the city, but close enough that we just kind of sit around and don't do so much. Like our jobs, for the most part, are sitting and not moving. And then we go home and we watch TV. We don't move. So farmers get a lot more work. And I want my kids to appreciate the different jobs that people have and really be able to see, what their lifestyle is and how different it is to ours, yet still as much of a struggle. Like the farmers don't have it any easier than we do. Like the farm she's working at, he doesn't have any cows, so it's not like he gets milk for free. He does get eggs for free though. I mean, pretty much for free. He has to feed his chickens. But I don't think the cost of feeding your chicken is anywhere near what eggs cost a gallon. Not a gallon. Sorry. A dozen. So, there's pros and cons to everything, I guess. Sorry. As for me, for the most part, I am a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool my 2 daughters. I have one daughter who is 13, and she is going into 9th grade this year. And my other daughter is 8, and she'll be going into 3rd grade this year. And yes, it is quite possible to do both grades. It can be a little difficult, you know, you gotta balance who you're working with. Like when I'm doing certain things, they don't do math at the same time or reading at the same time like they do with my oldest doesn't really need much help with her math, so she'll be doing math while I work with my younger one in the areas that she needs. And she needs help with basically everything still right now, whereas I can assign my oldest one to do like her reading for science, because that's an assignment that she gets from the co-op we go to. Or she can do her writing assignment. Again, that's an assignment she gets from the co-op. So for the most part, I don't have to worry too much about that, like unless there's something that she didn't understand that the teacher wanted her to do, and then I'd have to look up what it is exactly that teacher wanted her to do. Because those classes are classes I don't teach. Those classes are taught by another mom, in her case, and then and dad. There's a dad that teaches the science for my older daughter. He was my younger daughter's science teacher last year, but this year he's teaching the older kids, which is cool. He's a engineer, and he's teaching all about engineering, basically like a bioengineering type, I don't know, mechanics type science. It's really cool. But yeah, the sciences are really great to have at the co-op because, you know, they do all the labs there, and then at home we're just basically reading the science book, and we watch some videos so that we understand how the different science things work. And then the writing program is a really nice writing program. It can be like, it gets boring after a while because you're doing almost the same thing, where they call them dress ups. You take a sentence and, you know, you dress it up so it sounds nice, you know, by adding adjectives and stronger nouns or stronger verbs, sorry. Like instead of run, you dash or something like that, so that the sentences have a more sophisticated sound to them. And then at home, there's reading, a little bit of reading, and then the writing process happens. So they explain, you know, the different things you need to add or what they want to see that from you. They don't usually do the reading in class. That's done at home. sometimes they'll do it in class. Usually it's reminding them of the concepts they want to see in their writing, especially at the beginning of the year. Right now it's summer, obviously, so we're not doing co-op, but it's just something, you know, you don't maybe see often. So I thought it'd be something that I can talk about, that I know about. So that's where we're at. And then the co-op is also run kind of like a mini school. They have, it's only 3 classes, so it's a half day of schooling, and they move to the different classes